Hello, everybody. Welcome back
to another Bickering Gamers.
Yes, thank you, Tyler.
Hello, everybody. MadMilitaryMan reporting in.
When is that?
Greg, we already know who the hell he was.
Yeah,
Stop
we
it with that.
Yeah.
By the way,
So-
he looks like a terrorist right now.
So today we are talking about our impressions of the PlayStation 4.
As you can tell by the background noise that you just heard.
Yeah, I really wish that there was more.
People will come in.
Yeah, but there's a lot of snags. It's hard.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we move on.
I really wanted more voices in this, but us three, I think, should be fine.
Yeah, the three gaming bros should do it.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to PlayStation.
Oh my god, that's what we should call from now on.
Shut up, Tyler.
The three gaming bros.
Shut up,
That'll
Tyler.
be our own. Yeah,
We might as well.
yeah I know.
Especially.
Anyway, enough backhanded sarcasm.
Yeah.
It wasn't sarcasm. It was serious for a moment there.
Well, PlayStation 4 just got revealed, and it should be coming out holiday season 2013, which is a lot sooner than everyone thought. There was a lot of predictions that would come out, and the 720 was going to come out in 2015.
You know,
Oh yeah, when is the 720 coming out?
I don't know.
You know-
They did announce they're going to make a reveal. Probably E3, but they said something about a conference. Originally, Sony was going to let them go first, but it was a good business move to have them go first in the end, given the responses a lot of people had.
you know, if Triple M has anything to say about this, it's just going to come out right now. Right now. PlayStation.
Tyler, shut up.
PlayStation 4. All right, that's it.
Would you guys stop?
PlayStation.
Tyler, let him talk.
PlayStation 4 is. I'm sorry. Enough is enough already. Stop beating a dead horse.
They're not beating a dead horse.
I mean, you know,
Like a dead donkey.
Now,
call me old-fashioned, but I like the old-style games. Like the PlayStation 3 was just enough for me.
No. You have a PS2. I want a PS2. I have a PS1, and the laser broke for that reads discs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah, it's old.
Greg, stop
I
flipping that
understand.
knife again.
It's a really primitive CD console, so I understand. But I want to get a PS2. I know you have a PS2.
Yeah, I got a PS2.
A lot of people have
It's
PS2.
brilliant.
Yeah, I really want a PS2.
Those actually became more popular than the PS3s after the
Yeah,
PS3
PS2 outsold PS3 at the PS3's launch. I'm thinking it's going to do it again when the PS4 comes out. It's a tradition, though. But anyway, you know what? It's like something I respected about PlayStation was they're very traditional. To them they don't fix what's not broken. Something I was glad PS4 did, something I was very, very satisfied with that PS4 did was they did something new.
I know, touchscreen.
Yeah.
That's the only good feature
Well,
about it.
it's a touchpad, not a touch screen. That's not true. The share button's really cool.
Eh.
But the touchpad was a really.
The only thing I have to say about this that I hated is the only thing I know besides the new controller and the touchpad, whatever.
Hang on, let's talk about this.
Is that it's not backwards compatible.
We should talk about this one step at a time. There's a lot to talk about, I know. But I want to talk about the.
I know, we already have a freaking half.
I want to talk about the fact that they have the touchpad and the share button for a second, because one thing I said before the PS4 was announced was PlayStation has to do something. We live in an age where graphic enhancements will not change the game anymore. It'll just make it look better. And when it came to the Super Nintendo, to the N64,
and I'm pretty sure you get games that look like Greg.
that was when a graphic enhancement changed the game. Because with the new N64, you're able to have 3D model, you're able to make 3D games, 3D models.
Correct.
And every other generation, you have this new idea, and then it gets perfected in the next console. I always notice this with Nintendo mostly, but first you have a console, like let's take the NES. You have the NES, which has the new 8-bit hardware, which made games adventures rather than just little games like the Atari games. Then you have the Super Nintendo, which just boosted its look and it made things smoother. You can add more details to the games.
Yeah, they updated the PlayStation Home.
Very, very, very niche type. And now let's look from Super Nintendo to the N64. N64 is the new idea, and the GameCube was definitely the perfection of the N64. Now we get into the Wii, something new, motion control, and then the Wii U
with the touchpad.
Yeah, and the Wii U actually surprised me a bit because I thought it would just improve on that, but no, they also added the touchscreen, which was nice. I'm interested in seeing what Nintendo will do next, but we're not talking about Nintendo right now.
We're talking about the 4 billion.
Yeah, but my point is,
Get rid of the Nintendo.
my point is,
you know
Play-
you're a
He's got a
Nintendo
point.
fan.
He's got a point.
my point is, PlayStation.
Joking.
I like Play. I respect.
MadMilitaryMan.
I respect Sony. I'm gonna put that right now. Yes, I am a Nintendo fan, but I have a PS1. I want a PS2. The thing is, I just happened. This is how it used to be with gamers. It didn't. You didn't start fights because you played a different company. You what you did was you said, "It's cool what you're doing. I respect what you're doing, but I like this better. My tastes and styles and personality goes better with Nintendo, and it's cool, whatever. But I like, but that's not the point. I just want to make that clear. But it's like, what do you? It's like I just think that PlayStation. Something I always. It's like I said, PlayStation. I always respected that they stuck to what works. But that's the thing. Graphical enhancements don't like the reason why a lot of people got annoyed with the PS3 was because the PS2 was during that time when they were perfecting the N64 or PlayStation 1 style. Because every era, every generation of gaming has its style. It had something that made games. There were recurring themes that programmers did because it worked. It's much like how music works in certain eras of time.
Yes.
Composer,
the 80s were better than now.
composers would
Just putting that out there.
like composers would write music with certain traditions and styles. Same thing happens with gaming generations. But PlayStation didn't do that, which is fine. I respect that. I respect they don't fix what not broken. I get that. They're very traditional. After all their games are PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure the angry video game nerd will love that. He loves that continuity with sequels. But
PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2,
yeah.
PlayStation 3.
Yeah, you see
Now
that?
we get the PS4.
Did you see that? Did you see?
Whoopsie
No.
doo.
Do you ever see the AVGN episode chronologically confused about sequels?
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny
That
one.
was a good one.
Rocky was perfect. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and then there was all this fucking bullshit with Rocky Balboa. I mean, what are they gonna do? Make a new Rambo? It says John Rambo, and then he added a little part of the episode. This actually happened and came true, and I was dying. This actually happened. He was right. They made a new sequel called John Rambo. It was hilarious.
When? It was just called Rambo, not John Rambo.
No, they had Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, and he's like, what's next? John, would they give him his full name that counts as a sequel? And it happened. Yeah, he pointed it out, I'm telling you. He looked on the Wikipedia page and everything, he pointed it out. The release year, it was funny. But
Excuse me.
Shut up, Tyler. Tyler's surfing on his PS3.
Yeah, 'cause
Very
I'm trying to give you
close.
some
I
sound
really have
that
to
you,
say,
that you
But, yeah,
purposely
I just...
asked for.
I know. I just want some background. I do want to make it clear though. I'm not saying the PS3 was bad. I'm just pointing out that a lot of fans did not personally have good reaction to it
Let me lower
throughout
that.
its
It's a little
lifetime.
loud.
And the fact that it shows because in Japan 3DS sales surpassed the PS3 lifetime sales, and it's sad, because it's a handheld beating console is unheard of. I don't like the idea. I just want to make it clear, PS3 is not a bad console to me, but it's just a lot of people didn't. I hear from a lot of Sony loyalists. It's not something they were really wowed at. 500. I remember I was talking to a guy once. He said, I was saying like, we're talking about how I was talking about how I hated all the people that said the Wii U was too much money, because nobody complained when the PS3 was $500 for the lowest memory expansion. And the guy made a good point I liked. He said, well, we were okay with that because we thought PS3 was going to be the greatest thing ever. And it didn't, yeah.
I really thought that PS3 was kind of cutting it kind of close. PS4, come on.
No,
Stop.
they're doing something new. They're
Stop.
doing,
just
we got
They're
into the,
trying something.
No,
They're not doing something. They're trying
look,
something. new.
yeah, I know. But, yeah, they're doing something new. The touchpad is nice. It's gonna make it cheaper than it's gonna make the controller cheaper than the gamepad. Also, the share button's interesting. For those who don't know, I'm gonna describe what the gameplay is gonna focus around. The new PS4 DualShock 4 controller it has a couple of new things. For one thing, it has an LED light sensor in the back, which we'll see in a few minutes. I have a nice close-up view of it. It's a blue light in the back. Basically, what it does is it gives the controller perfect positioning, like a gyro sensor in the gamepad or the 3DS or the Vita. And basically, the screen, the game you're playing, can directly knows how your controller is moving. And the PS3 did that too. a little more primitive, and I never seen it used except for like a couple launch games. But now there really looks like they're going to flesh it out. I want to see what they're going to do, PS4. Now, PlayStation has a history of not using the things they make, like the Move and the Eye. They use them for the beginning, but then they start to forget about them. But I really want to see what they're going to do with the touchpad and the new thing. Also, touchpad is in the controller. Very self-explanatory. You're seeing it right now in the middle of the controller. It's very self-explanatory. It's just a touchpad, like the Vita's touchpad. It's going to be similar to the Wii U's, I'm guessing, but it's good. I like that. A lot of people are complaining about that, but I like that because that means more third-party games for both PS3 and Wii U, and hopefully maybe 720 will follow the idea too. But now the share button. The share button is a new button that has a few different ways of using it, but the same goal. First way is you can actually spectate someone watch their game live. And you can give them advice and whatnot. It's similar to it's a little bit of an upgrade from the Miiverse, where you can make posts on help and it's put spoiler alerts so you don't have to see it if you don't want to. And the share button also you can just watch the game. You don't have to direct them. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to do anything. The third use for the share button is if you are losing or you're getting really bad at a game, you can send it over to your friend who's online and they can beat it for you live. Now, a lot of people have problems with that. I do too, because I don't like the idea of that, because what if your friend really tries to fuck you over? Like, that's the thing. And they will do that if they get pissed. But
Yeah, especially if you do it too many times.
yeah. But that's the share button, and that's pretty much all that's new. But it sounds like not like much, but when you think about it, the gamepad wasn't that much either, and that has a lot of developers doing a lot of uses for that too. Launch new consoles do have complications when they first come out. It always happens. PS3 had horrible beginning launches. Valve actually said they should apologize for making it at one point. PS2 was far outselling it. In the end of the day, it survived. Same thing's happening with Wii U now. It'll definitely happen to PS4 now because all their launch games are also multi-platform, and they can get it earlier for other consoles, or they can just get a PS3 version, which is kind of. But I'm sure they'll fix that. It's still early in the announcements. They will come up with some sort of exclusive or whatnot. They will come up with some sort of launch game we want.
You know, I noticed all these new games. They're starting to become like computer games. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's like,
that's the goal. They like the idea of
yeah, but
PC
why?
game.
I mean, you know, I like being able to, you know, play a video game and like be like I almost like feel safe. You know, like. You know, if someone can hack into your game, you know,
Well, that's a lot less of a common occurrence than it sounds. A
lot
of people over exaggerate, and they do protect it.
Come on,
Well, people over exaggerate that. It does not happen as often as people say.
Come on, this type of stuff.
Besides, they don't hack
like it's almost like your games have. It's like an internet.
Besides, they don't hack the game; they hack the servers. That's different.
But that.
It is bad though.
Is that any type of argument for that?
Come on. But it's the new gen. Internet connection was something new. It's worked out.
Yeah,
now.
I know, but like, why?
The Wii U's doing a fantastic job
like,
with
games are supposed to be like actual video games, like for the person. You know, it's
I know.
You know.
Well, that's why we talked about traditional multiplayer versus online multiplayer a couple episodes ago.
I know that's what, but I said traditional is way better than online. I mean,
well, PC games is really the goal these days when it comes to graphical enhancements. I think that's wrong, but again, that's why I'm glad they did something new. New gameplay ideas. A console you should want to buy for not only the exclusives, but the kind of gameplay it comes with. People bought the N64 because you saw Mario fucking running around in any direction you fucking wanted. That
was the day.
Yeah. People bought the PS2 because they fucking saw Kingdom Hearts and crap like that. People bought the Xbox because...
The Xbox, I think, was... Mercenaries?
What was the thing about? No, really, I forgot. There was something though that I remember everyone was talking about that why they wanted.
Yeah, it was Mercenaries. No,
I think you're right. Yeah,
I think it was Mercenaries.
Well, really, I think it's because it was similar to the Dreamcast. The Xbox had great timing when it came out.
Remember the GameCube? What was
that's
the thing
when the
that
Dreamcast left.
GameCube. Halo?
There
Luigi's
wasn't.
Mansion.
I thought,
I think,
yeah,
right?
no, that actually had poor. People didn't
Not
like that
Luigi's
game at
Mansion.
first.
Was it Halo? Or was it Godzilla Destroy
Oh
All
no, Halo
Monsters?
Halo isn't on the GameCube. Rumors are having it though that the Wii U's gonna have a Halo game.
Figures.
Big news. I don't think that's true though. There's no way for what little
I
exclusives
don't know.
Xbox has. I don't think they're gonna do
Well, I
that.
don't know what the big deal was for all these things. I mean, every it seems to me like every game console, every type of game system has a deciding game that goes along with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's why the games are more important. I mean, the reason why the Vita and the 3DS had horrible beginning sales was because they had no games for it. It's like we learned the hard way. We learned the hard way. You have to have good games to back up your launch. Like a lot of people are buying the Wii. They all say it. I'm going to buy the Wii U later because I want to wait for Pikmin 3 or Rayman or Legends or.
I think that's actually the smarter thing to do anyway, because you're getting what you actually pay for.
Oh,
you're getting.
Oh no way!
You're getting something that has the bugs fixed, that has a lot of the stuff worked out.
I don't know.
Not
Yeah.
all fixed.
No, it
but
doesn't
there
work.
are some that are.
No, you don't have hardware. Hardware problems are a thing of the past because now you have updates by internet now.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but either way, it lowers the price either way, which is better because you're paying for it.
They won't lower the price. They won't lower it. They won't. The consoles always lower the price a year later when there's no sales left, and they add colors. But
exactly, you can get a black Wii now.
Yeah, no, right? Well, yeah, you get that at launch. I'm glad I got the Wii U at launch because not only I had a head start in the Miiverse and I'm friends with Ego Raptor, but
Yeah, shameless plug.
yeah. But
Shameless plug.
how? But no, like I got a head start and everything. I like buying consoles at launch better. I didn't buy the 3DS at launch, and I really regret that because I could have had a lot more puzzle pieces. I could have had a lot more deals. I could have had a lot more better. Would have had a better time. That's what I like when companies do that. Xbox is very good at doing that. They're very good at giving you reasons to buy consoles at launch. I have to say, I like that. Tyler,
Yes.
would you like to add?
No.
Of course not.
Actually, I mean,
Because here's the thing. I already
you're
said
pretty
my
much
point.
you're pretty much saying it all, but I say my point still stands. Not that I am not. I repeat, I am not discouraging the PS4. I'm not putting it down in any way. I just believe, because it's my opinion, that you really don't need it. I mean, it's like they don't really need one. I mean, you've set enough with the PS3. You set enough with the PS3.
You have to go. You have to move on. There has to be something new. Because
it's like the Twilight series. It must end. It must.
No, that's not.
end.
That's not true. It has to go on because you need because you need to do something new gameplay wise. You need something to do graphically. If graphics go way ahead of you and you're way behind.
What are you talking about? Graphics are the exact same as they have been for the past 3 years.
Yeah, but that's why it's not a big deal anymore. That's why it's not a big deal anymore. But you have to up the technology. You do. You have to. It's like it's like saying you want a Windows 98.
I know, but
Billy,
I remember
I
when.
have a quick question. Are they making a new Call of Duty for the PS4?
Most likely.
No, I'm saying, are there any definite dates?
Oh no, not at this time, as I've heard, as far as I know.
But I don't
Are
understand.
there any definite
Black Ops
games?
2 just came out. Why would they make a new one for the PS4?
But listen, I don't understand. I don't understand that.
Because of a release date.
No, listen.
Because they get more. Because here's the thing.
No, it will be beneficial, but
new
they just came
game.
out with Black Ops 2. It takes
I
time
don't-
to make another one.
Listen,
It does
I don't
take time,
understand.
but
I don't
they-
understand.
they
Like,
were working
I don't
on it
understand what it
beforehand.
is about all this graphic. It's like the race for graphics. It's the graphics race. Do you remember when the Wii first came out? I had no idea what the hell all the commotion was about. People went apeshit bananas because of the Wii.
Well, it was the motion control. We had the worst. We had the less spec graphics, but it sold the most. No, you know what?
It's like
Here's the thing.
people went apeshit bananas over it. I don't know what they went
Here's the
crazy
thing.
about.
Here's the thing. This is the cold, hard truth. The only reason
Very
why
simple.
people they did. The only reason why people care so much about graphics now is because PlayStation and Xbox finally gets the bag on Nintendo. Let me tell you something. When the GameCube, the PS2, and the Xbox were out, nobody said a word about graphics. You want to know why? Because GameCube was the graphical superior one. It was the most powerful console of the three. Not one person has said anything about graphics. But now, all of a sudden, because we decided to use standard definition, while the other two decided to use high definition, that's when they started talking about graphics. You can look it up in a history book. It's there.
Yeah, but I don't understand
it's
why
the
people
cult-
are going crazy.
Because they finally have a reason to bag on Nintendo. That's why.
But it's nothing.
I don't like the. It's just spoiled rotten kids these days. That
I know,
are gamers.
but it's absolutely nothing. It's nothing.
Well, it's only something when it changes the way you play games.
And I'm glad you actually said it's just spoiled rotten kids because you know that they're the only ones that are complaining
well,
about
it's because gamers have to fight over. It's like I said earlier in this episode. It used to be. It's cool. You like that console. I don't care. You can play it. You have fun with it. Fine. I like this one better because it fits me better.
Yeah, I know, but when people stop buying
But
it because
it's not like that anymore. Today, it's mine's superior and yours not. Deal with it.
Yeah, but
you're
the thing
doomed,
is,
and I'm going to continue.
But the thing is, everyone's all about graphics. I mean, I appreciate graphics as much as the next guy. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but you know, some of these games that focus a lot on graphics, some of their games are horrible. You know, that really scuffs my boots.
Nah, I know.
You know?
Well, there are a lot of really good looking games that are bad. There are a lot of bad looking games that are good. I mean, come on, like how good looking is Skyrim compared to games today? And that's a fantastic game that's sold a lot of copies. It was kind of sad though in the PS3 unveiling that out of all the things the developers had to talk about was Diablo 3. We really wanted a new project, and the thing Square Enix did. Oh man, that was a dick move. It was a real dick move. Basically, what Square Enix did was they showed a video from last E3, and then they had the audacity to say, "We have another announcement at E3." It's like, honestly, what the hell, man? I mean, really? Ugh, what are you gonna do? You know?
Trolls. That's what they are.
Yeah, well, I know I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to make a tease, but it just came off as a dick thing. It just came off diggy. It was not cool. But what are you gonna do? You know? What the hell are you gonna do?
Tell me about it.
But you know what? Let's go back to the PS4. I made a vlog about it a couple of days after the unveiling. I said I give it my thumbs up. I do. I give it my thumbs up. It looks cool. It'll do something. It's gonna take some time to really set off like the Kinect did, and the Wii U is going through right now, and the 3DS went through. Hopefully the Vita picks up. It definitely will because the PS4 is used for the Vita.
Well, listen. In my opinion, you gotta earn respect. You know.
Yeah.
I'll give this.
Gamers are.
I'll give it its due time, and if it earns the proper respect in due time, I'll look into it.
Well, the fact that gaming enhancements to technology doesn't really do much for the game, and it doesn't attract gamers that much anymore. The way the N64 did, or the game, or the PS2, or the GameCube, or stuff like that. But they're always a lot more critical now, gamers, because everything's a gimmick now. That's pretty much it, and they have the right to complain about it. But whatever. I just wrote a couple articles about that recently, but we'll see. Basically.
Oh, Billy, you know what I love that you do that we keep ranting on Greg about?
What?
What was it? Wow.
It's nice that you have really good input on this episode, Tyler.
Yeah, I know, but you know how Greg keeps saying about MadMilitaryMan? You know what I love that you keep on doing?
I'm not saying...
You keep talking about your articles.
No, because I made a point in them I want to address.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, you want people to read them.
There's a difference between saying, oh, read this, here's the link, go to it.
No, the plug he did was, I'm friends with Igor Actor. Oh, well, excuse the hell out of me.
That's not a plug. That's just me bragging.
That's not I know, it's self-promotion.
I couldn't get John, though. I was a little upset. I am following him, though.
Stalker. I bet you are.
Well, you can follow anybody on Miiverse. It runs like Twitter.
Like I said, anything can be done with the internet.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Anything can be done with the internet.
All right, back to the PS4. Like I said, I like the console. It looks cool. I think it'll do well. PS4, you know? But I have to say, as of right now, I find it to be underwhelming. I think that's the perfect word to describe it without having to be a harsh critic, because I don't know anything about it. I like the ideas they're doing with the gameplay. I like the share button. I like the touchpad. I like it. I don't know what they're going to do with it yet. PlayStation has an unfortunate history of stop using the things they add, like the Move. The Move is never used. The PSI is starting to be used again. And the Move, they put a lot of emphasis on the PS4 because they want to give it another try. I like that. PlayStation's trying new things. I like that. I respect that. I like that. I love it. Because that's what they should do. They know they have to move on. You can't just have a more powerful PS3. You gotta do something more. They delivered. I was really happy about that. Very, very happy. But in the end of the day, I find it underwhelming. I think we can work on it. I do. I have to wait and see what the developers are going to do with this console. That's my problem with developers during launch titles. They're way too lazy to learn how to develop on a console and try to experiment in new things. When the Wii came out, games sucked. Oh, they're ass.
Yeah,
They're
I
ass.
understand.
When the Kinect came out,
You know, I have to say, maybe, well, listen, like I said, it needs to have its due time. It has to have its time and grade. That's a military term, for experience. Let it have its
We get it.
let it have its time and grade. Let's see how it works. Maybe in the near future we can do like a follow up on the progress of the PS4.
Yeah,
see how it's
this
doing.
is just an impressions video. I do like that idea. When it gets a little aged, we can work on that too.
Yeah, see how it came along. Then hey, maybe we could do like the PS series. The PS1 to the PS4.
Yeah, we can talk about consoles, of course.
Yeah, we can do that.
In the future. But anyway, like I was saying, connected horribly at first because they don't know how to develop on them yet. They don't know how to develop on them.
Hey, it's gonna take a really long while.
It's like when Valve made those harsh criticisms on the PS3, it's because they didn't know how to develop on it. I really got mad at that. I'm like, Valve, don't tell PlayStation to apologize about the PS3. Give them a chance. Learn what to do. Take some effort. It's sad, Like, give them a chance. And that's what I'm doing too. A lot of people are saying, it's going to suck, it's going to fail. You know what? As a Wii U owner, a lot of people said about me too. I defended that. I am no hypocrite. I'm going to wait and see what happens with the PS4. Maybe one day in the future, I'll buy one. I don't know. Maybe. I am not guaranteeing that, but I think I give it my thumbs up. I find it underwhelming for now, but I give it my thumbs up. That's my closing statement,
Yeah. What do you have to say about it, True Darkness? DDK 1000.
What do I have to say?
Yeah, it's something.
Right now,
I'm
iffy about it. I'm iffy about buying one. Only because of the backwards compatible thing.
Yeah. I do believe in buying games at consoles at launch, though.
I mean, I would get it for if it had some amazing perks.
Yeah, no, I believe in buying hardware at launch because
the only way
you get a head start
Yeah.
in it. You have more experience with it, and you get to learn how the games progress in it. And
Well, if the MadMilitaryMan has anything to say in his closing comments, it's that I still stand by my previous statement. Let it serve its time and grade, and let's see where it goes. Because I'm kind of skeptic about it, but hey, stranger things have happened. We think that it could be horrible, and it winds up becoming the best. So we'll just see where this ends up.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a follow-up.
Oh, we'll do. Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, there's no problems really. Like, PS4, it's coming holiday 2013. It's a lot earlier than expected.
Yeah.
PlayStation really surprised us with this because they said they were going to wait for Microsoft, but it's a good business decision they didn't. And no one's mad. It wasn't a mean thing to do. They just did what they had to do. A lot of people are criticizing, especially PlayStation fans, actually, surprisingly, out of the people I've seen, my experience. Someone said something I thought was funny, admittingly. He said, PS4, we'll do it right this time, we swear.
Nice.
That was funny.
That was incredibly funny.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying they're copying the Wii U, and look, cold hard truth again, I'm not denying it. Sony has a history of copying Nintendo's work. But it's called innovation. This is my defense for that, and this is coming from a Nintendo fan. It's called innovation. If there's a new idea that works, it's like saying, let's say cell phones, for example. Let's say I have Verizon. Let's say someone else had Sprint, and let's say Verizon just got unlimited texting. If Sprint gets unlimited texting, Sprint owners are not going to say, Verizon owners are not going to say, oh, you're copying them. How dare you? They're going to say, awesome. Now Sprint owners get to have unlimited texting. Besides, it's better. More third-party games. This is good. More money in the market, which means more games for you. Investors don't have to be as involved in game development, which means more original ideas and not sticking to what's safe and boring. But anyway, we're out of time.
Already? I don't get to hear you guys blabber on anymore?
Yeah, well, hope you guys
we don't get to
enjoyed
hear
this.
you say anything. Mr. Playing the game.
That's how it is.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I provided the background noise. I did my duty for the day.
Well,
We'll see you next time.
MadMilitaryMan reporting out.